So much of what we think we want in our life comes as a result of what other people expect and want for us. Very often, we make big picture decisions not based on listening to our true self, our inner voice, our hearts. Instead, it's because we want validation, we want approval, we want status. And of course, naturally, it's deeply wired into our brains to have the tribe like us. Otherwise, we might get kicked out and shunned, and that's dangerous. Our chances of survival will diminish, and all of a sudden, we probably will have a much harder life. But it's simply not true. In today's day and age, the world that you live in, going against the grain, pushing yourself to do things that you really care about, will definitely yield the best results. I've seen it proven over and over and over again. With all the people that I worked with in my own life, this pattern really is so clear to me that the thing that I thought I wanted is not what made me happy, but rather going inward and really listening to my soul, if you would call it that, whatever you want to call it, and really understanding what I enjoyed the process of instead of the outcome of. Not how it will look to everybody around me, right? Not being with a person that everybody around me thinks is great for me, but being with a person that I love being with. Being the type of person myself that I love being instead of the type of person that everybody around you would want you to be. The little things like driving a car that you actually enjoy driving, that's comfortable, not the car that looks the coolest and impresses everybody around you. The more you make, the more you become well known, the more that you really accumulate, right? The happier you'll be. Absolutely not. You'll have more things to worry about, to stress about. I remember this story from a client where he was driving a really beaten down car pretty much for his entire life. One beaten car, another beaten down car, right? Just these crappy old cars. And finally, because he did so well with his business, he was able to buy a brand new car that he had always wanted, that he had always dreamed of. And you know what happened shortly after? Well, he drove around and some bugs got splattered on it. And, got some dirt on it. And all of a sudden, he's losing sleep. He's worrying. My car, the paint, right? I've worked so hard for this thing. I finally have this beautiful car. But I'm more stressed out than ever. Driving the beaten down car was way better because I didn't have to worry about all these other things. And maybe there's some other worries in the beaten down car. What I'm really trying to illustrate to you is that accomplishing more, even the people that I've worked with who have reached incredible levels of fame, and even when I myself accomplished crazy goals that I never thought possible for myself, building a big audience, speaking on a big stage, or making loads of money, right? Helping everybody all around the world. The happiest that I've ever been is just enjoying my day-to-day, doing the things that I like doing. Working with clients, helping their lives get better, play some guitar, go out on the boat, onto the ocean, maybe drive the quad bike up the mountain, maybe bike around the mountains, mountain biking, alpine skiing, just stuff that's fun in and of itself. Everything that I'm doing in my life right now is because I like doing it, not because I'll achieve something that will prove something to someone and make everybody think that I'm really cool and great. And so I'm asking you, why are you doing what you're doing? Is it because it really makes you happy and fulfilled, or is it because you think you have to? Some reason that you believe, that you really bought into. Maybe you've got to work this job because otherwise you can't afford to live. But is that really true? I used to think that too when I was younger, and I realized there's a lot of ways that you can make money if you're just willing to put in some effort and, really think about it differently. All of a sudden you can make way more doing way less and doing something that you actually like doing. Or if you're with a person who you don't really like being with, doesn't really make you happy, but you think you should be with them, is that really the right relationship? I'm asking you to question everything for a second so that you can get clarity. And if you believe it, and if you love it, and if you're happy, wonderful, fantastic, that's all I could ever want for you. But evaluate and challenge. Don't just go with the flow and accept what is and put up with it. you've got to take a moment to really pay attention and look deep within yourself to ask, am I happy? Am I fulfilled? Don't make the mistake of buying into a narrative that's been built up by the people around you, by news and media outlets, or, by Hollywood, right? Why? Why is this the ideal? Do you like it? Is it fulfilling? Is it enjoyable? If you want something different, do something different. Behave differently. Break out of the mold. Don't just keep going along and accepting it because it's not good enough and you have so much more within you. What a feeling it is to wake up every single day with purpose, with drive, with so much energy within you. I remember when I started making videos and people would comment and say, is this guy high or something? Like, is he taking drugs? What's going on here? It's way too much energy. This doesn't seem right. But no drugs, no weird stuff, no shenanigans going on. Just somebody who's passionate about what they're doing. That's what it looks like. It looks a little weird because most people aren't used to seeing someone who actually likes what they're doing. Probably if you look around you, if you go to your doctor or if you, hire a carpenter or like a plumber or something, right? Most people, they come, they do the job, or you go to them, they do their job, but do they really love it? Are they really excited to do it? I am. I love working with every client that I work with. I love every moment of the work. I love seeing the transformation, the growth. And I'm asking you, do you love what you're doing? Do you love the people that you're around? Do you love all your hobbies and the things that you spend your spare time on? Your work-life balance, all that stuff. Every area. Are you really thrilled? Because left unchecked, it just kind of slides. It creeps along, keeps being more of what it's been so far, and you accept it. You accept it because you think you have no other choice. But every single day, you really do have a choice, an opportunity, a moment to reflect, to just say, hey, is this where I want to go? Do I like this? Do I want more of this? The same, again, tomorrow, or something different? Is it time for a change? And the change really isn't so far-fetched. It's not some crazy alternate reality that you have to teleport into. It's just some consistent daily action. For me, it started with daily videos to build my brand and grow my audience and start acquiring clients. Worked out great, just did it for a year. After that, I did them every week, and it just kept growing, and I've been doing it for over 10 years. It's crazy to think how much can change if you just start taking some consistent action towards what you actually care about, towards what you actually want. And if you do it every day, in 1 year, 1 year would have passed anyway. You'll be 1 year older. The only question is, will you be that much closer to what you actually want and doing things that you care about? Or will you be doing more of what you don't want that you tell yourself you have to because there's no other choice? Anything you want to change, you can start changing today and just figure out, okay, reverse engineer it. Here's the end goal, or here's something that you would love to be doing. How can you start building momentum towards that? And what's a way that you can do it which you would actually enjoy? This is the key. Make every step of the journey fun, not just the end outcome. If you want some help, support, and guidance, some coaching every single week, for me to hold you accountable and really make sure that you're performing at your absolute best, then I invite you to jump over to erafael.com. Link is in the description. Over there, you can book a call with me directly. We'll speak, and if it's a good fit, I can't wait to meet you and work with you. Again, if you want to take advantage of it, erafael.com. Link is in the description. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you on the next one.